Hi guys, I wanted to do a video on fault finding on a 12 volt soft washing system when you have problems. I've got a problem with this. This is like the first system we built. It's maybe 3 years old. It works great, but there is maintenance to do on these systems. One of the biggest pains that you can get, or problems that you can get with a 12 volt system, is if you have any air leaks. This can be said with any system basically, especially if it's like a suction system. If you've got a vacuum that's broken, the performance of the pump or the system will be compromised, I suppose. If you have a leak on the pressure side of the system though, you'll obviously see that there'll be water squirting out. And what we've got here is, when we come to drawing the bleach, there's really a lack of pressure, but when we pull water through the bleach line, everything's okay. So let me just show you the problem that I'm facing. So basically on this system, we have a bleach line here, and the way that we pull bleach through the bleach line is we have the bleach tank down here, and when we push the handle to the down position, it sucks bleach, and then when we pull the handle to this position, it sucks water through the bleach line. So it's a way of flushing it out. Now, when the handle's in the down position, we have a real problem getting any pressure out of the pump. So there's something, either an air leak, either on this banjo valve or something coming into the tank. So maybe the fittings that go to the drop tube that go into the tank there. So there's something that's going on here, and we're basically just going to investigate those problems and fix this system basically. So I believe we found the problem. This is the three-way valve. I'm just taking the banjo fittings apart. This is so we can flush. So we literally turn the handle and it's a three-way valve. So if I turn this ball valve now, see how there's a hole in two sides of the sphere. This allows you to connect two different water sources and pull it through one line. So what we check on these is these PTFE seals, make sure they're sealed correctly, and I've checked both ends and they both look lovely. Super nice seal on them, so there doesn't seem to be a problem with that three-way flush valve. Now the second problem, I've actually taken the drop tube that drops into the tank. I've taken that off. So let me show you what I found. So for full transparency, this was the first system we built, and all of the systems that we've built since now, we've changed the process in terms of gluing fittings together. But this drop tube that sucks from the bleach line, I don't know if anyone can see, but we've got PTFE tape on here, and you can see how it's starting to corrode. It's like starting to corrode. So I suspect that drop tube is the problem. This is where the air is coming into the system and not letting us suck the bleach properly. The reason I think it's this rather than the three-way valve is when I turn the three-way valve, it sucks water, but it doesn't suck bleach when I put it in the bleach direction. So this is what's making me believe that there's an air leak on this side of things. I'm going to take this off as well and just make sure the fitting's not cracked or anything like that, and we'll test it again. Okay guys, so the problem was that three-way valve. I've replaced it now with a new one. It does look very messy, but I've got a job to go to, so I need to get this done. basically the seals on the ball that's inside that three-way valve were too worn, and it was bypassing the seals. So these banjo valves do wear over time. I've dropped this on the floor, so that's why there's sand on it. But you've got these seals here, and they seal against the ball. And I believe it's actually the ball that's not forming a seal here, but also these seals are slightly squashed, so I believe that it could be those seals as well. So basically I've just replaced it with a brand new ball valve, three-way flush valve. We've had this for like 3 years, so no, yeah, 3 years. So it's done pretty good for 3 years. For, I don't know, maybe 60 quid, 70 quid. It's better to just replace the whole thing. So replaced it, and it's all working now. So the biggest problem on, if you ever have issues with these 12-volt Softwash systems, it's always going to be, not always, but it's always going to be a problem on the suction side, because if any like vacuum comes in, you're not going to draw the chemical as much. Imagine sucking through a straw that's got a hole in it. You're trying to suck through that straw, but the air is just escaping through that hole. You might be able to get a little bit of fluid up, but you're not going to get the full amount if you had that hole covered up. So just imagine a straw with a hole in. How would that be for sucking on? Pause. All right, peace. Hope you enjoyed that video.